Hey YouTube, how's it going? J Mayhem back here, Mayhem Vape 15, coming at you with a closer look at a review that my brother did. It is a new tank that's out. It is the UWELL RAFALE. So I already have it out. We've been using it for a while. Awesome tank, really awesome tank. So I got it down here in some pieces, but let's dive down. We'll take a look at everything. We'll take it apart. I'll show you in depth as best that I can. My camera's not too great right now. I'm working on my lighting and everything, and we'll show you the whole insides and everything, how everything works. It's got a spitback protection. It's got a unique fill system, and we'll put it together, juice it up, take a couple vapes on it, talk about it. So let's dive down. So all right, here we go. First of all, this is the coil for the UWELL RAFALE. This thing is giant. Like giant. That's it next to my thumb. Like, I have pretty big hands too. That is a pretty big coil. So here's the tank itself. 22 millimeter tank. It's got UL engraving on it. The AFC has some markings on it. It is wide open right now. As you can see, it clicks. You turn it that way, it closes off. So it is fully closed right now. Same as on the other side. And then you spin it back and it opens up. So we're going to leave it wide open. On the bottom, it has a non-adjustable 510. It says www.myuwellcrown.com. myuwell.com. I'm used to saying UWELL Crown. And then it says on the top, UWELL RAFALE with the little UWELL logo. The top has a little bit of etching in it. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but just so you can grip it to spin it, because that is how you fill this thing. So let's take this apart. So bottom piece spins off. That is where your coil goes in. I'll get this coil I was using earlier. We'll spin this coil in. Get that coil snug. There we go. Alright, so that sits in the base there. Now, this comes apart. You unscrew this top cap. This drip tip, this whole top piece comes off. This drip tip is not removable because it is how you fill it. But it is a decently nice bore to it. You can see through it. There we go. Glass comes off. They do give you replacement glass in the packaging. I'll take that out along with replacement seals. There we go. Seals for everything. And then this is your replacement glass. I'm going to keep it in this packaging so I don't accidentally break it or nothing. And we'll throw it back into the packaging. Alright. Now that we don't need the packaging, I'll put it off to the side. So, there's this little split in here, as you can see. This barrel in here is actually twisted, which is cool because it leads to no spitback at all. No spitback. And there's some O-ring in the top that your coil comes and sits on. So there's really no leakage. There's a little bit of a top O-ring here that this screws down and makes a connection with to seal everything better. If you look at the bottom of this top piece, that is where your juice comes through to fill up your tank. And to fill your tank, you turn this. So see these holes up top? There's actually a plate in there that comes down so the juice can go around it and into the tank. So I have it screwed down so the juice would be able to flow through that. I screw it back up and it blocks it off. So now no juice can go through. But that is how you fill this thing. it's really nice having top fill, very convenient. You don't have to break the whole thing down and apart like this. So your glass goes and sits inside your tube. Wow, sits over top of your barrel. Has a little indent that it sits in. There we go. Then this top piece screws down over top of it, and it makes the seal for this glass piece. So screw that down nice. Then you take your base with your coil in it, and that screws onto here. All the threads are nice. This is made of 316 stainless steel. So for filling purposes, airflow's open. I will close the airflow, and to fill it, you screw down, you loosen your drip tip, and it opens these holes. I wouldn't suggest, unless you had a bottle like this, wouldn't be great for filling it because it doesn't sit flush inside of there. If you have a bottle with like a unicorn tip or something, or a needle tip, but the glass syringe fits in there fine. Just put the glass syringe in one of those holes, squeeze, and it fills it on up. It has a 5 milliliter capacity, so 5 mils is pretty good. I'm running out of juice in this thing. Gotta hold this bottle sideways to get some juice. I'm not gonna fill it up all the way, but I'll fill it up most of the way. Alright. You take this drip tip, and you turn it, and make sure those beads come up and lock into it. There we go. Let me wipe this off, because I got juice everywhere. So now you can see that there is some juice in it. And we will put it on a mod. So the 510 threads are nice and smooth. I haven't had any problems. It screws down nice and flush, makes connections on all my devices. So this is a 0.2 ohm coil. It's reading 0.23. Oh, there we go.